Hello, welcome to a layout update. It is October and it's quite cold, so I'm going to try and get through this as fast as I can. I've tried to record it a million of times and then been interrupted, so I apologise for any fireworks gone off or stuff like that because of idiots who want to do a fireworks display at a stupid time like there. Cue that. So this will probably be split into two parts, just because I find it easier to do 15 minutes, because no one has more than like 30 minutes of alone time, and they're probably doing something else. Don't worry, I won't tell. That's a joke, by the way. Don't tell me whatever you do in that 30 minutes. But as you can see right now, the camera is steady. It's on a tripod, so I'm glad I've managed to get it right for once. So like I said, it's going to be split into two parts. This part is going to be the main layout, or CreweJunction. I shall tell you why it is called CreweJunction and why it's focused on this. So this is the first part of the layout update. This is mostly boxes for locos. I shall show you these boxes in particular. Try not to get my face in shot. So I know you might laugh because it's pink, but it just keeps them safe. These are for unboxed locos or carriages and stuff like that. So there's no locos in there, they're all on the layout mostly. So this is the first lot. It still needs to be filled up a bit more. The next one is coaches and rolling stock. Nothing much about them. And then lastly is is like scenery items, boxes for buildings and stuff like that, or even cars or a vehicle or whatever. So let's go on to the actual layout. Let me move it because this is what's... So what has happened here, there has been ballasting happening. This is not your ordinary ballast. I will go into that a bit more. So this has not been stuck down, this is a grass mat, whatever's left of it. There's probably bits of it somewhere. So I got this from S&J. I got two pieces, quite small pieces I thought, but they did the job. They worked better than I thought. So this was all the grass was entirely out of just two sheets on this part of the layout. Well, on all of it actually for now. So you'd be surprised at what you can get out of it, as long as you don't try, minimise the waste. So if you've got a piece where it's going to be an odd cut, try and do it as best as you can. So like I said, there is static grass, not static grass, gravel. The Backman level crossing is down now. This was bought along with grass mats. There is going to be a road up here, still needs to be painted. There'll be probably a wall or a fence, probably like the walls behind, as you can just about see. So the grass, the hedges are not stuck down yet, but in fact these aren't hedges, it's scouring pads, what you use for washing up. You just cut them down to the length you want or height you want. So this was found out by a YouTuber I know, but I don't know because it was that long ago. It was when I had my other channel and in fact my other layout. And you can just about see, let me just move that. In fact the road now is, it used to be black, this is the old colour, that's grey. Matches more to the level crossing. But I decided even though our workshop in college has got a green floor, I decided against it because most of the layout's going to be green anyway, so it wouldn't stand out as much. So I decided to repaint it red, just using normal paint, like war paint. This has not been painted yet, as I was painting that anyway at the same time, and also I need to do some security fences here, just plan it out first. So that's kind of about it. Sorry about that, someone had to wander in and whatever. So back to what I was going to say. I'm not going to paint it yet until I've sorted out well, the security fencing. Back to this, because I completely forgot something about it, is because let me sort on my tripod. So although these do look alright from quite a distance, when you get to them close up they don't look as good, they look a bit cheap. But if you just want something cheap and quite easy to do, just cut them down, glue them down. But you can also coat them in like some PVA glue, probably 50-50 mix like you do with the gravel, and then just sprinkle normal grass or scatter grass or static grass, stuff like that. I still need a fence for here. I have got an idea for what to put in this field, just because my sister likes cows. I'm going to have 3 cows and a tree there, but I don't want to put too much in there because it is quite a small area, and also it will block the rest of the layout. So I don't want to have too much happening at the front and not enough happening at the back. Just kind of make it all even. Not too much at the front, not too much at the back. So in fact this is CreweJunction, so well, minus that point, if that was a straight, this is technically CreweJunction, other than that used to be an X point going up to the turntable, which used to be here, on the other layout in the other garage. So pretty much the same. There was a point the opposite way around, so a point going like that over here, which used to be here. There was also a point behind it, so let's say there was a point there leading to that there, then there was a point leading from there all the way here, just kind of like a siding or something like that. But it didn't really work out. We had point motors. There is about 15-16 points here, one including a 3-way point, but it didn't quite work out as I did plan, but it's planned out now. So this is why it's called CreweJunction, because the old layout was supposed to be called CreweJunction, but it never got to a point where it actually had scenery or buildings and stuff like that. Technically it did have some buildings, just like a really rubbish plastic station. So all I need to do now for, well, this is mark out the parking spaces. That should be quite fun. Maybe get some like a fine tip, or some just like some kind of water slide transfers or something like that for the white lines. If not, just paint them down or use a small kind of like Tipp-Ex pen. So on to the Helgen 33-108. This is a rare, well, it's quite a rare train. Let me move it over. Wrong way. So this is technically quite a rare train. The number is in fact here, 33108. Yeah. And in fact, I wanted the Royal coaches in the first place, but I didn't have a train until I found that one. I never had the Royal coaches before I had this one first. I got it for a bargain for, I think, £45, which I knew it was a bargain because it was Helgen and they're usually quite dear anyway, but not as dear as most other trains. But in fact, there was 2 different liveries for 33108. I was reading up on it for the Helgen ones. Shortly after them bringing this one out, they brought another one out in the Dutch livery, which is basically all grey with a yellow stripe. I think Nick has got that one. Not sure if it's the same number, but shortly after it was pulled off the line, this was, so not many of them were produced, as I know of. But soon, a lot further into what they were doing, they re-released a 33, but it wasn't 33108, it was 33202. That had a nameplate, Meteor or something like that. This does not have a nameplate, as you can see. There's no nameplate on it. So I've got quite a rare train without even knowing it. It was just pretty much impulse in buying it. Looked at it and I wanted it and I liked it. So that's really good about that. Let me put that back to the layout again. So the footbridge has been moved because I've been trying to sort out the area for the platform, which I'm still using the Pico platform sides, and then hopefully constructing the platform from there. That should be far enough back. So this kind of concludes about the first part of the layout update. I shall be back with the second part probably in about 10 minutes or something, knowing me. So as usual, I completely forgot about something. I am deciding on a tunnel at the back. It will be a bit more effort because I can't really reach over there. I can just about reach over there for cleaning and probably ballasting the track. But it's kind of something I want to do because the whole of this layout is pretty much flat. I don't want it to be all flat. So I'm going to see if I can build kind of like a tunnel at the back, make it look a bit better. Probably have it start there, just after the corner, and then turn around and go back, and then probably stop about there. But because the track is quite close over here, I'm going to probably put a retaining wall here first, and then it'll slowly go down into like a small hill. I'm not too sure yet, but just comment what you think. That's kind of about it.